We have the medicine band that's here in Rhode Island. I just attended Idle No More, which is helping the people from Canada acknowledge their history.
Oh, that is wonderful.
And we had several people up at Kennedy Plaza. But there's so many things
Teaching the culture.
Yeah, and there's so many things that I do. I am on different programs with the Native American culture.
How old were you when you started drawing and doing pottery and?
Well, that happened later on in life, because as you know, when you get married, you have children. And so that happened later on in life. I think I was like maybe in my 40s.
Really? And you always had it in you though, huh?
My father was an artist. My father used to draw Felix the cat.
Oh,
and
wow.
he used to do wood chipping, and he did a beautiful eagle.
Oh, wow.
And my mother was a salesperson. So I got the salesperson from my mom, and my daddy was a guitar player.
Oh, wow. So
And
there's
I got
the music and you're dancing.
Yeah.
And
so I got the personality from my father, you know, and because he always had friends, and it was hi, Felix. My father's name was Felix. Felix Gonzalez. My mother's name is Mary Gonzalez. I had a brother, John Gonzalez, my sister, Virginia Gonzalez, and I have a Daniel Gonzalez. And
So you have 3 siblings.
Those are, there were 4 of us, but I'm the oldest one.
Okay.
And there's only my younger brother and myself that are still living.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so that's my artistic ability. I have one painting that I get so many compliments with. It is a 36 by 24. And on it I've painted still life horses, 6 horses. And on the 6 horses are 6 warriors.
Oh, wow.
But what makes this so distinct is that I didn't put any faces on the warriors or faces on the horses, because that's
beautiful.
part of my artistic ability. The faces are so you can put your father.
Oh, that is wonderful.
You can put your uncle. You can put your son.
So it
you
means,
can put the chief.
Yes.
And if you were a lady chief, maybe you would want to put different nations there.
How would you become a chief?
Well, that takes a long time to be. You have to be noticed by your peers, your warriors, your maidens, and it takes a long time to climb up the ladder, as you do in any organization.
Absolutely.
You know, you start as a trustee, and then you continue up. You just don't start off at the top.
Powerful position.
A chief is a powerful position. We have Chief Thomas, which is Narragansett, and Chief Thomas is has been a wonderful, wonderful leader. You know, he tried to get the casino here in Rhode Island, and of course it was defeated. But of course Twin River was open, wide open,
right.
as all people know.
Yeah.
But I was there in February when they, the police came in when they sold cigarettes.
Oh, yes.
And because they were on federal land, they were allowed to sell them.
Right.
But the government wanted, the state wanted, the tax money. I went there because the day before on a Sunday, one of my friends told me, "Do you smoke?" I said, "Yes, I do." He said, "Well, why don't you go down and get some tomorrow?"
Right.
So I went, and Lord and behold, it was a massacre.
Oh.
The state police came from the right-hand side, and there were only 7 to 8 natives there, which were males, but there was one lady inside where she was selling the cigarettes, her son and another young man. They broke the young son's ankle.
Oh, my.
They threw Dean Stanton over the steps. He almost landed on me because I was on the bottom of the steps.
Oh.
2 truck drivers, they threw down the steps also. And when you see the state policeman that looks like he's being choked, did you see that?
Yes, I did.
Well, that was not so. What happened was Hiawatha was pushing him so that he wouldn't get into the door to hurt the lady that was in there. As he pushed him, the policeman turned and his hand landed on his neck. So thus resulting, they tried to say that he was trying to choke him. I was there, I saw him, he
You
did
were a
not.
witness.
I did do a documentation for him. Whether it was accepted or not, I do not know. They took the chief's hands and they put his hands behind his back, and 3 state policemen tried to get him down, but he stood very, very stiff. And when he stood stiff, they buckled his legs in the back, so he fell to the ground. Oh. There was also Nokia, which was our first councilman. He was pulled down to the ground. His wife was pregnant. She was pulled down to the ground. And there were all little white pebbles on the ground. His little young daughter was running after the mother and father because she was frightened. But they also dragged her. And I told some of the people there, please call an ambulance, because that way you will get documentation of what happened to the little girl.
Right.
And that's why the ambulance were there, because I had asked the families to call the ambulance, call the ambulance. Yes. But that, to me, was a massacre in February that happened to the Narragansett, which no man should have done that to another person.
I could see it's very painful.
They were good people. They are good people, all of them. And to serve the community and the elders, to do things for the senior citizens, and only plan for education, and then to be treated like animals.
No, that's not right.
So that was very heartbreaking to me. I will never forget that, and I will tell this story to whoever asks me about anything about our Native culture and what I know about it and what has been done. But our Creator is good, and He will always watch over us.
Absolutely. Rachel, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh. Thank you so much for watching us today at Reach Out and joining us. I am Shashea LaFontaine, and I pray that your day is blessed in every way. Thank you.